What's up, everybody? PrinceAssassin SZP here, coming to you straight from the Spider Zone, no less. Now, today, here's another PrinceAssassin SCP Quick Thought. Now, I'm going to be talking about Assassin's Creed, where the series is going, where the series has been, and where the movie franchise is going to take the series, in the future. Now, first, I'm going to start with where the series has been. Now, the series has gone through 8 titles. Yes, 8 titles. I mean, 8 years worth of games has already been released. I mean, you got Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Revelations, then you got Assassin's Creed 3, then Assassin's Creed Black Flag, then Assassin's Creed Rogue / Assassin's Creed Unity. Now, the next title coming up is Assassin's Creed Victory. That hasn't been released yet, but it's going to be real soon. Now, I would go individually, one by one, and dissect these games and review these games for what they were. But to me, as a whole, the franchise is great. The greatness of the franchise needs to be, shown on the big screen. And I just cannot wait for the Assassin's Creed movie to come out. Now, if you guys are wondering what my favorite Assassin's Creed is, that's a hard one for me. Like, if we go on by gameplay mechanics, it'll be Assassin's Creed Unity, just because it felt so gosh dang, fluid, and the movement it made me feel like I was like Spider-Man jumping around, Paris, France during the French Revolution, and it was just amazing to me. And I gotta say, for mechanic wise, it's Assassin's Creed Unity. But if we're going by story, oh my gosh, he's Assassin's Creed 2. Now, I remember the feeling, the emotion that I had going into that game. I was over my friend's house and I walked in. This is actually the first game that got me introduced to the Assassin's Creed franchise. It wasn't Assassin's Creed 1, no. It was Assassin's Creed 2. Now, I walk into my friend's house. I'm thinking we're just going to go hang out. We usually play Left 4 Dead together on the Xbox 360. But then that day, something was changed. I go inside. I see him playing this game on Xbox 360. I'm like, what is this? What is this game? He tells me it's Assassin's Creed. I'm like, this is 2. Where's the first one? He's like, I don't have that one. Then I start watching him play it, and then I see the most emotional scene I've ever seen in my life. I didn't know any build up to it. I didn't know what was happening. But then I see Ezio watch his father, his brother, and his older brother. Well, his father and his two brothers, but he has two brothers. So his father and his two brothers get hung in front of the whole crowd. It's just like, wait a minute now, what is going on here? Why did that happen? And I look at that scene, I'm like, man, this game is amazing. I gotta see what happens with this game. And since it was a second one, I don't feel comfortable playing the second part of a series without playing the first one. So when I go to school the next day, I wonder to myself, I'm like, how am I supposed to get Assassin's Creed 1? It's an M-rated game. There's no way in hell I'm going to get Assassin's Creed 1. So my friend tells me he has Assassin's Creed 1. One of my different friends. He says he has Assassin's Creed 1. And I'm like, you have Assassin's Creed 1? Can I borrow it? He's like, you can have it. I mean, I have a lot of games, and I don't really play that game. It's pretty boring to me. And I'm like, okay, well, thanks. The next day, this is actually the last day of school, coincidentally, he gives me Assassin's Creed 1. Scot-free, nothing. I didn't have to pay, didn't do anything. I was in the 8th grade, by the way. No, wait, I believe it was the 7th grade, if I'm not mistaken. 7th or 8th grade. No, it was 7th grade, because in the 8th grade, that's when everything started to go awry. But back to the situation at hand. I was in the 7th grade. It was the last day of school, and he gave me Assassin's Creed. I go home, I play the game, and Assassin's Creed 1 freaking changed everything for me. It was completely different than what I saw about Assassin's Creed 2. I'm thinking, like, wait a minute now. This isn't like Assassin's Creed 2. What is this? I play it and I'm just like, yes, this is amazing. This is an amazing game. But then the next year, I moved to Atlanta, Georgia, and I did not get Assassin's Creed 2 until the next year. So when I played Assassin's Creed 2, I already knew the beginning of the game. But then when I played it as a whole after playing Assassin's Creed 1, I was completely, in awe after what I played in Assassin's Creed 2. It was just the most amazing game I've ever played in my life. That's why Assassin's Creed 2, based on story, is my favorite, because it changed the game. It changed the series of Assassin's Creed. It made it from just go and kill these 9 targets, we set them up and you knock them down, to an immersive story that takes you on a journey with this character Ezio. I mean, you watch him from birth, grow up from age 0, from like months, to all the way to age like 26 in the game, and it was just like an amazing thing to watch that come alive. And with the other ones, the Ezio trilogy, you basically saw his whole life. That's why Revelations had an emotional impact on me when I played that game, because with Revelations, what I got was the ending of Ezio and the continuation of Altair's story. See, before I played any game after Revelations, Assassin's Creed 1 was my favorite because of Altair and how he had the connection to the Brotherhood. But then just then I started to really like Ezio because you have two games up to that point, up to Revelations point of Assassin's Creed with Ezio. You have two games all the way up there. So when I get Revelation, I'm like, man, this is the continuation of my dude Altair, plus the ending of Ezio, a character I just loved. Ezio was just amazing to me. And when I played Revelations, I was just like, man, this game is too good to be true. It had Ezio old. He was a master. He was Al-Mualim to the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood of Constantinople or Istanbul or whatever you guys want to call it. I mean, during that time, I think it was called Istanbul. Istanbul. Can't even say that. But yeah, during that time, it was just amazing. Assassin's Creed Revelations, at the end of the game, when we saw Altair, that last key, memory of Altair, when he was telling his son to go live with his family, be safe, and have, a better life than what, he had before. I was just emotional during that time. I actually started to tear up a little bit. And what really got me is when he made that final walk through that passageway. He walks through and he basically puts the apple of Eden in the on the kiosk or whatever, closes the door, and he walks to the chair. And when he walks to the chair, it was just an emotional scene. You saw him kind of struggle a little bit. Then he sits down, and as you see the camera pan out and turn around, he does a 360. You see Ezio hold the key in his hand and say, "This is not a library. This is just your tomb." And I'm just like, wow, this is emotional. I'm really getting all. I'm in utter shock right now because it's exactly what's going on right now. I couldn't say anything. I was just mouth open, jaw dropped on the floor. I was sitting in my gaming chair, just marveling at this amazing game. And then Ezio says this line that it made me get emotional. It just made me cry. I burst out crying because I was thinking this is the end of the Assassin's Creed franchise at the time. So what happened was Ezio basically confronted Desmond Miles. Yes, he talked through the Animus straight to Desmond. Didn't know if he was going to connect, but he knew somehow it would, if that makes sense. He didn't know, but he knew. And he started to talk to Desmond, and it was just amazing. He says that he doesn't know how they're talking, and somehow he feels that Desmond is going to be the one to change, the Assassin's Creed franchise. Well, not the franchise, the Assassin's Creed name, the Assassins. He's going to be the one that ushers in a new era of Assassins, and that's why it made me emotional. Then after that game, you get Assassin's Creed 3. That one, I was happy for that one just because it was coming to America. We were in all these other places, and I was like, oh, America, yes, finally. Oh my God, yes. Let down, terrible glitches, perfect story, great story, terrible glitches. I just could not, no, just no. Black Flag really made me happy. If you played Black Flag, you guys know what I'm talking about. The game, I originally didn't like Black Flag because of the Naval gameplay. Assassin's Creed 3 put a bad taste in my mouth with the Naval gameplay and the bad, glitches. So when Black Flag came out, I was gonna skip it. I'm like, forget this game. I'm not gonna play Assassin's Creed 3, Black Flag. It's Naval, and he's not even an assassin. He's a Templar. He's an assassin. He's not even neither. He's just a guy who wants money, and I just I'm not with that. That's nothing to me. Forget that game. I'm done with that. But then I changed my mind later on, the next year I changed my mind. I'm like, you know what, I'm going to give Black Flag a chance. And I was mind blown. I was mind blown by the greatness of that game. The fact that he wasn't an assassin or a Templar made it even more special because you didn't feel like you had an alliance with one or the other. You can just basically do whatever you want with no repercussions. So what I seen there was a great game. And with Assassin's Creed Rogue and Unity together, that game is perfect. Those two games together makes for a perfect alliance of games. It was just like Rogue elevated Unity because the game is a continuation of one another. At the end of Assassin's Creed Rogue, the beginning of Unity is the end of Assassin's Creed Rogue. It connects. It's just like it goes straight through, and I'm just like, wow, that's amazing. Unity on its own with the Dead Kings DLC is great. Like I said, the movement mode is amazing on that game. If you guys don't like that game, I don't understand why. With Rogue had a great story. It just how he connects to the Assassin's Creed franchise is amazing. But like I said, man, thank you guys for watching this video. Assassin's Creed 2 was the best one to me. Unity had the best movie mode, and I can't wait for victory. And the movie franchise should be good. I'm hoping that it is. And thank you guys for watching. I'm out.